Well, hey there, you're on the internet, I have way too much free time, and welcome to the Triple N Network, where all you newbie nib nerds can find all the news you'll need. Let's look at an ink now, shall we? Today's ink is by Diamine, here in the 30 milliliter bottle, plastic. Salamander, which is kind of a greenish, it's green, but it definitely has some interesting undertones. It's a little brown, it's a little gray, and the chromatography is a little weird. It looks like a very grayish blue, goes up into some green, and then has all this yellow. But admittedly, I don't ever remember seeing any yellow, so yeah. Obviously the blue and the yellow mixed to make this strange green. The pen used was a Sheaffer VFM. They only come in one size nib. It's a medium. And let's move on to the test, shall we? Starting from the top down in density, we have Clairefontaine 90 gram per square meter. As you can see, it's kind of it's unusual. It's not your standard green. It almost looks like if somebody took Diamine graphite and just added a little bit more green to it. The water test was not fantastic. Yeah, it's actually completely gone in several places, both on camera and in person. It shades well though, and I kind of like the color just because it's so unusual. I don't know if it would work in a professional setting, but I've heard someone describe it as sludge green. So I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that they didn't like it. But here in Over the Lazy Dog, you can see the shading potential. So that's nice. Next is 80 gram Rhodia. Again, good shading. Has pretty good flow. Saturation's good. Again, the water test was the opposite of impressive. It's completely gone in several places. But again, still feel that it's an interesting color, and the amount that it shades is really, really impressive. Next is Tomoe River, which is a cream paper, and I felt sort of brought out a bit of the brownish undertones of the ink. Again, great shading. The dry time felt very long. I didn't actually count it this time, but yeah, again, the water test completely gone in several places, so it's not so good at that. Oh no, I did count it. It just got washed away. It's more than 20 seconds to dry on this paper. Oh, good lord. Yeah, this isn't looking good. I'm having a hard time explaining why I like this ink. But here it is on 20-pound copy paper. Behaved very well. It dried quite fast. There was no bleed, feather, spread, not even on the water test. And the water test was better than the ones before. It's still somewhat readable, whereas the other ones, things had completely disappeared. Here, at least a little remained. So there's that. Next is Mead notebook paper. Yeah, there was bleed, there was feather, there was spread. As you can see, yeah, it really didn't like this paper. It flattened. The water test was absolutely, I don't know what. It looks like an algae farm or something. It was really not good. Lastly is moleskin paper. It dried in about 4 seconds. There was bleed, as you can see, and there was some spread, but there wasn't a great deal of feathering. It's, as I say, it's not an ideal combo of pen, paper, and ink, but the water test was readable. There was some good deal of expansion once the water was added. Here's the only place where you almost maybe start to see that yellow from the chromatography. But yeah, other than that, you don't get much yellow out of this ink. It actually, sometimes it looks more brown, sometimes it looks more green, sometimes it kind of has a grayish tone to it. But I like it for how unusual it is. It's a bizarre little ink, and you know, I probably wouldn't use it at the office. I am no longer in school, so I don't have to worry about, you know, too cheap papers, but it flows well as an ink. It's an interesting color. It definitely gets people's attention, whether it's good because they're like, oh, what's that? Or bad because they're like, why did you write to me in sludge? But I like it, if only for its uniqueness. It did well in this pen. It didn't do so well on all of the papers, but let me know what you think. If you have any experience with this ink, drop me a comment down below. Let me know. We can compare and contrast our individual experiences. Hope you like this, and give it a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. Always good to know people enjoy what I do, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. And so long from the Triple N Network. Bye.